Hey everybody, it's Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and we're here at Lake Compounce over here in Bristol, Connecticut. Could not find a better sign for that. And this is our walkthrough of what they call Crocodile Cove, which is their water park section of Lake Compounce. So when you come on in the main entrance, you make a left and go down what they call Main Street. And right away, this water park kind of hits you right in the face. So right there is the Compounce Railway. But when you walk over here, first thing you're going to see is the bathhouse. So you go over to the bathhouse, get your lockers, change into your swimsuits, and then you're good to go. And as you walk through here, right outside is the surf shop. So if you've got your towel or anything like that, you can grab everything you need right there at the surf shop. And that's even right before you get into the water park. So this is kind of like a Hershey Park or a Wild Water Kingdom where you actually have to go into the park to go here. But this is the, let me brighten this up a little bit here. So right there, that is Crocodile Cove, is what they call this water park section. And as soon as you come in here, first thing that you're going to see is a huge splash zone here with Chippy's Cove, they call it, Chipper's Cove. And look at that, you got a spinning thing here. You got so much water shooting everywhere. And of course, you always got to have the little bucket here. But this is a smaller one than we're used to. We've been seeing a lot more large scale one of these splash zones, but like I said, the spinning thing's good. There you got the bucket. Water comes right up to the rocks. So that's the first thing you're going to encounter when you come here. And we'll show you a couple more sides of it. You've got a sliding board right there. Make this a little bit darker. You've got there's a green slide right there too. So you got a lot of water shooting everywhere, which is what these things are all about, really. But I do like the fact that it looks like a giant ship. Well done. You got cargo nets. You got the little slides there for the little ones and stuff like that. Now, when you come over this way here, the next thing you're going to hit is called the Anchor Bay Wave Pool. So, yet again, a lot smaller scale than what we're used to the other parks that we've hit. Now, I haven't gone to Sandcastle Water Park yet, so I'm not 100% sure. But here, the neat thing about this is you actually got a Buccaneer Blast, which is a ship right in the middle of it. And it looks like the waves are continuous here. It's called Anchor Bay. But there you actually got a pirate cannon shooting you water and all that kind of stuff here. So you got some stuff that is kind of unique. Like I said, usually when you have a wave pool, it's just a wave pool. Here they actually got a boat that shoots out water and such. So that's their wave pool area. And we head over here. Now right there's the entrance, like I said, with the splash zone. But it looks like if you head over this way, you get to a couple slides. And it looks like the slides right there are actually body slides, which I'm a huge fan of body slides. And also, this is the ship of Buccaneer Cove. And there's actually a nice little water area right here that you can kind of get away from everything here. That's kind of neat. When you come over here, you've got the Tunnel Twisters, which is the body slides that are over that way. And then over here, there is the thing over here. So I want to see what this is. Yet again, this is my first time here, so I'm learning when you learn. So there's a sun deck here, which is nice. And then over here, you've actually got a big slide, which you got to enter that way. So, but this is where the boat exits out of the water here. So it is a very confusing water park for me so far. But this looks like a huge, fun thing to go with. This, of course, is the exit. You put the raft in there. Let's see the next one come through. Looks like you have a waterfall up there. You got a lifeguard all ready for you when you come off. Now, like I said, this is, you can see in the background, you can actually see Lake Compounce right there. So there you go, you got the big splashdown stuff. And when you're up here, you can actually get a good view of the Anchor Bay. So that's kind of a neat little thing there. All right, so we're gonna wrap around. Yet again, this is my first time here, so this is what the explorers are all about is I am actually exploring this when you're exploring this. So now we're gonna backtrack. And it looks like it goes a lot deeper, so. Right there's Buccaneer Bay. And right there's that splash zone. So kind of back where we started, but that's to be expected when you're actually exploring as you do this. So, all right, we're gonna head over this way. Now we're gonna go deeper into Crocodile Cove. Right here's the pizza place. So if you get hungry, they got pizza right here. I'm gonna go around this way. Now over here is why they call it Lake Compounce. Well, you got a giant lake over here in this area. This is how you get on the lazy river, it looks like. And there's a life of lazy river. Like I said, it's a Crocodile. Okay, I gotta give them credit here. That has to be one of the best. Now that's called the Crock Pot. So that is one of the food places that I will be hitting today because they got the pulled pork there. Let me do this real quick. There we go. But here you go, Crocodile. Gotta say, that's a great name for a lazy river. So very impressive actually. So I give them a high five for that one, Crocodile, for their wave pool. But if you head over this way, there's a big house area here. Yet again, that's the Buccaneer Cove thing. So as you come over this way, this is Swashbucklers. This is their comedy show. And they have their comedy show throughout the day. It looks like they got a noon, 1, 2, 4:30, and 5:30. And there they are. We're in the middle of the show. Let's head over there. There's actually a beach here. And then we'll backtrack and show you the rest of the stuff here. So here's the Swashbucklers right here. And it's actually a sandy beach that we have here. And kids could actually wade in this area, which is kind of cool. Zoom here a little bit here.
Oh, what's the matter? Go on then, find another one. Time for the big boomer. Put it here, Bilge.
Do you hear? Don't even when I'm
Wheel in a cannon.
Oh, what's the matter? Afraid of heights, McGreedy? Afraid of heights, McGreedy? Give up the jewel and surrender. Never.
The big boomer's ready, McGreedy.
Hold on, Sam, where are you? This means I win, hero. Your precious son. And now I will touch you.
I love how the little kids can actually be swimming in the lake right there. And then you head out this way. You actually got a small little water slide out this way. And the one thing I always loved about this park is wherever you go, you can actually ride along there. That's all Boulder Dash right there. And you can walk all the way along here to enjoy the beauty of the park. So let me pause real quick and get this on extra wide again. All right, we got it back on ultra wide because I always like it ultra wide. And here comes Boulder Dash coming back up and down that mountain there. Can't wait to ride that today. But over here, this is the lazy river, and there's a slide right over here too. So this is kind of a really neat park because really, like, if you can go to Hershey, you got the water park, which is nothing but the water park. And here you got so much of a intertwining with the dry park that it pretty much feel like you almost need to make sure you have a swimsuit. But over here, this is a tube ride right here, right next to there, and you can see them coming through. And it's a single tube ride, but they shoot out right here into the lazy river, which is a really neat thing. You usually don't see that. So watch them pop out, unless they're stuck. Could be stuck. Are they stuck? Nope, there they are. And you come right into the lazy river. So that's something you never see. And yet again, you want to talk about a beautiful park. Lake Compounce definitely is a beautiful park. So now we're going to be walking back through where Swashbuckler is, and here actually are the actors. That's kind of neat to kind of come out. But oh, look at it, you got ducks right here and all that. I do love the fact that you can actually swim in the lake to have an area roped off for kids or for people to swim. But yeah, they're really hyping the Swashbucklers comedy stunt show. So, and here they come. Port Compounce Festival. Sounds like the train's going by. But have you ever been to Crocodile Cove? We're about halfway done with it. So let us know what your thoughts are of this area. Like I said, right there is something you hardly ever see. Roped off area for people to swim. Now we're going to head back into the main paved part because I'm actually on sand right now. And we're going to show you what else is in this water park that you definitely got to check out this season. All right. So right over there's the lazy river. So this is the next attraction here. Little kids can jump in there. And this is called, always looking for a name for these things here. It's just a little splash area here, but you actually can go up into that house and then slide down. And that's a very aggressive whale right there. And over there, the octopus seems to be also incredibly aggressive with water pouring out the top. So it's only 1 foot deep. When you come back here, this is where you actually have cabanas. So if you want to rent a cabana for the day, come over here. They have a couple little splash areas. And as you head over here, that's the train going through. And right there, those are the body slides that we saw earlier. Right here's the private cabanas. Now, that looks like an awesome water slide. And it looks like it's legit. There's people in line. And it literally just looks like it goes around this lighthouse. Let me see what the name of this is. I'm assuming it's going to be called the lighthouse or something. But these are all cabanas in this area here. This is called Storm Surge. And it looks like it's a body slide. So as people come through, it makes noises as you come through. And there's a splashdown for it. So it's called Storm Surge, and you literally go to the top, and a lot of twists and turns. You're going in and out of it, and it has a great name card there, so that's pretty nice. Now, remember earlier when you saw that big raft ride? Well, it looks like it's called Mammoth Falls, because right there is the description of it. And you actually have to enter all the way over here, and you exit all the way back there, so that's pretty far. Here you can rent cabanas and stuff. And there's a couple more things back here in this back end. It looks like they've been expanding this out. Because right there's the entrance road. So they've definitely been expanding this out over the last couple years. So this might be where Lake Compounce has been putting their investments. So that's over here. They definitely are pushing the cabanas. So everywhere you look, there's signs for the cabanas. But over here, here's the mat racer. And I'll show you that real quick. It's the exit, but when we get a little bit farther, I'll turn around and you can see the whole thing. Yet again, this is called Crocodile Cove. Poor little kids got dragged that all the way up. Here's the finish line, so let's see what it looks like. Oh, this is kind of a mixed one here. You actually got tubes and then the flat mats at the end. So as you come through here, hopefully they send them through. Looks like you got 4 lanes. Water break zone there. Let's see what the name of this thing is. Riptide Racer it's called. But you actually start out at blue, purple, green, and orange. And you kind of twist back and forth. And then when you get there, you actually start coming, the final stretch is basically, here they come. There you go. Boom. It actually got wet. Now over here, this is the Lakeside Cafe, which is Nathan's Hot Dogs. I'm not a big fan of Nathan's Hot Dogs, but people tend to like them. And they also have burgers and chicken and stuff, so. But there is a food area back here. And of course, we're going to be doing a Let's Eat. And we'll include this over in the Let's Eat today. Now, there's 2 more things back here, so. So one over here is called the Venus Vortex. And okay, it looks like a Venus flytrap. That is actually pretty cool. I have not seen that before. So this is the Venus Vortex. So you basically start off there, and then it's kind of a funnel, more like a half pipe. All right, we had a little bit of pause in the action there, but like I said, we're here at the Venus Vortex, and when this thing comes flying down, pretty nice sized tubes too. So there it goes. You go up and down. So it's kind of like you have the tube there, and then you've got yourself a half pipe. Over here is called the Island Loungers. You have to reserve these. So if you want to be here all day, that might be a good thing to go. And the last thing all the way here in the back is a big wave pool called the Bayou That's some good views there of that. But this is called the Bayou Bay. And this is their wave pool where every 10 minutes they start launching some waves. So this is the back end of Crocodile Cove here. So what do you think about it? I think that's probably the coolest attraction right there. Let's see if we can see another one popping down. Because I do like the fact that it's like a hybrid. You got that part in the front and then you have a funnel aspect. But all in all, this is Crocodile Cove. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section there. Do you like the dry park better or the wet park here? Looks like you can go either direction. So once again, like and subscribe to the channel. And we can't wait to see you in the queue in 2025.